Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, before we jump into it, hit that thumbs up button. I gotta really start doing this recap before these guys get home, man. At this point, it's definitely my fault. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's jump into it. Subscribe if you are a new viewer, guys. Consider becoming a member, right? If you're an OG here and you're really enjoying what I'm doing, become a member today. Support your boy RT for all that he has been doing for the community. The join button will be down below. Guys, like every other day, today started off with the scanners, the Momo scans, right? Every day we come in and we do our filter. We ask ourselves which stocks are moving, whether you do the filter or you do no filter, right? No filter, and you get a bit of a broader view. We ask ourselves, hey, what's been moving? And when we came in, DBGI was amongst one of the stocks that were the best. And we dialed in on it. We focused in on it. And it ended up giving an extraordinary move, right? Every day starts off with the scans, man. We come in, we look at the gap scan, we do our trend line. Today I talked a lot about routine in the opening statements. We come in every day. Scanner, trend line, support resistance. We do our game plan. We talk about what we want to do better for the day. And then we approach the day. And from there, we trade, right? We trade A quality setups. So let's talk about the stocks we traded. Why, and we'll come back to DBGI in a second, right? KTRA. Why was KTRA and TBLA losing trades? Oh, more so TBLA. The other one we actually small green. TBLA. Why were we red on TBLA? Let's put on our short trades here. Man, today, I came in and I told myself, hey, throw share size out there. Throw share size. Take more opportunities. Take every single opportunity that you see that under the context of a quality opportunity, right? Anything that's under the context of an A quality opportunity, take it. And so that's what I was looking to do. Watching TBLA, it rips up, it pulls back. I got in at 2,500 shares at 16. It doesn't quite hold its levels. We take a quick loss, about 3-4 cents to start the day. That was not good. We got back in lower at $3 for the bounce. I'm in. I'm in. It's looking good. I get back out, then it bounces up to 05. So we missed that 5-cent opportunity right there. We wait a little bit, and over here it starts to curl. I'm watching at it for a potential break over 308. I'm in about. I want to believe I took 5,000 here. No, only 2,000. Yeah, we only took 2,000. I thought I took 5,000 shares here. Anyhow, it pushes over 308. I want to believe my share size in the active trader window here was decreased after maybe a trade on a different stock. But anyhow, we took the trade here. It doesn't continue higher. I was looking for maybe an extension here, a nice green candle to push up to 15. That doesn't happen. It pulls back. I start to realize, okay, it looks like we're bottoming out and flagging. Initially, I'm in here for a low. Let's see. We're in at 99. We're in at 01. And we're in at a couple of entries here. But we don't quite hold long enough for the move back to 05. So this is the second trade here where I'm going to miss 5 cents on this stock. Now, 5 cents isn't a lot, but I'm still going to miss it, right? Over here is the first area, and now right here again is the second area. I'm going to completely miss it. It goes up to 05. I try it again here. I'm in at 2. I'm like, okay, no, it doesn't look that good. It does bounce up to 4 and then sells off. And between these scratch trades, I lost $150. I kid you not. Pretty crazy. So it goes to show you that $150 is not really a lot of money for the sizing that I'm using, especially when I'm getting in 7,500 shares. It's just 2 cents. 7,500 shares is just 2 cents. So TBLA, that happened. We weren't quite as accurate. We had the right trade ideas though. KTRA, quick couple of trades on this one. It's pushing up, and you can see I'm looking at this bit of a 1 minute candle to make the new high. It breaks over 73, it hits 76. I'm in early at 65, and we just don't get the follow through. I was looking for the bigger move over 80. I tried to sell some early, I believe. Let's see, I sold 500 at 68. No, it's 71. Sold 571 in the spreads. Didn't get the best fill, and as it started coming down, I got out at 68. $41 there. So yeah, moving on. Lastly, the stock of the day, DBGI. DBGI, man. It starts off with a couple of halts. Let's look at it on E-Trade actually. DBGI, there we go. Let's look at it on E-Trade so we can see the halt levels a little bit better. Okay, here we go. It starts off, and I saw it fairly early, you know. I saw it fairly early. I think at like 680, 650, and somewhere between that range. But it starts to push. It gains volume out of the blue, and I just thought it was too light. You know, we're coming up here. We got 81,000 shares, and then we have 164, and then into the halt we go up around 50,000 shares. And I was watching this pullback here. It hits the high of 716. It dips down. You know, all this area here I was watching, but just didn't trust it. I'm like, you know what, man? What will it be here? It goes from 715, 720. I'm like, are we going to see a halt? It doesn't get halted. And on the resumption is where I start to look for an entry. But it wasn't the smoothest opportunity, man. It wasn't the smoothest opportunity. So, you know, if we go to the live stream and we look at this resumption, it just wasn't clean for me, man. So I wasn't aggressive there. I ended up waiting for some pullbacks, and the pullbacks ended up chopping me out. You know, right here we had a low of 78. It goes lower. In fact, let's go back to Thinkorswim here, where we do have the show trade futures. Actually, did I get your resumption trade in a 12 out of 23? Okay, we got all 10 cents. Barely a resumption trade, right? Barely, because the resumptions are so aggressive. 10 cents is like a scratch trade. Yeah, so this wasn't quite the trade, and I'm watching here, right? We got a low of 778. I'm in high, and I think what I could have done, I could have been a little bit better at being patient, because I bought it high. I think that's something I definitely could have done a better job. If I bought it high, and the moment I bought it 91, it flushes down to 77. But 77, I believe, was already the low, so I had to stop out of that trade. You know, I get back in. I'm also still in a little high. So we get chopped out here. And as it starts to surge up over here, we tried some scalps. All of my scalp trades today were losing trades. Every single one of them. The scalp trades did not stand a chance for me. None of them. 0% accuracy. It just, you know, it's just kind of sad. It's just kind of sad. So I'm in here at 92, 89, 92. I think this is where we see our first winning trade. We're out at 05, 500, and then we're out at 95. So we didn't take the entire thing off the table. It hit a high of 819. It quickly pulls back at VWAP level here. You can see the low is at 78. So this 78 level is pretty, you know, pretty. Let's put a trend line in here. You can say it's a little noticeable earlier on. Let's edit this a little bit. Let's put it in yellow for now, just so it stands out a little bit more. Yeah, so, and below that we had a low of 51 at the time. So can we get 50? Well, 50 is good enough. So it curls back up here. We do come to 70s. It holds 70s. It curls back up to a high of 839. And right here is when I realized, okay, we're having a really strong stock, because if we look at the 5-minute candle, first pullback. Oh. There we go. First pullback, second pullback, third pullback, which usually fails, gives a big move. Third pullback gives a big move here. So once it breaks out, I trade the pullback here. I'm in initially at 810. I think it's too high, so I sold. And I then reposition in a 10 out, in a 12 out. And then I reposition lower here as I realize, okay, it looks like it wants to go down low, right, for a bigger pullback. It comes back where? To VWAP once again. So it pulls back to 79. And let's see. Where is this entry? This is at $8, 793, 790. So you can see, I think some of these might have been scalp trades. Where was this trade? Or was it all the way over here? You see this? And you know, this was the issue with me throughout the day, is that I completely fumbled the bag. Completely. I think, I don't know which one it was. I think it might have been this one. I tried the limit order down here. Let's see. Time 14. I tried the limit order. Time 50 right here. Yeah, at 4. Yeah, I tried. You see, I tried this trade here, man. I tried this trade at 56. And I didn't want to mark it in because earlier I tried to mark it in somewhere and I got a high fill. Or I believe I just was cautious of the spreads because the spreads were pretty big. I tried for this trade my best, and I the volume profile, everything was lining up, and I missed it. This, man, trading. I tell you, trading. So I missed the trade here. This would have guaranteed, if I got the fill 1,000 shares, this would have guaranteed been a minimum of 40 cents winner, minimum. I would have locked in $400 minimum on this trade because I already knew the potential. I knew what was going to happen, just didn't get the entry. And so I had a hard time scalping it. So I refused to try and scalp it here again because I kind of finally learned my lesson. It gives one last pullback up here, and that's where I'm able to get in. Let's see, over here we come down to 795. So this pullback here wasn't as low, a little bit harder to anticipate, so I didn't take this here. VWAP is a little higher, it does hold the level there. Didn't take these two candles, so this was an entry as well, but I thought it was a little hard to identify, so I opted not to go in there. But as soon as we got up here and we started consolidating, this is where I was able to get my best trade right here. We're holding 860s, I'm in at 70 average, 1500. And I sold, so I got a great fill on this trade actually here. I was in it like 73. Let's see, 75 actually. I'm like, if it goes down to 60, I want to add it. But I didn't add aggressively because, I'm not green on the day or anything yet. So I buy here 61. My average is now like 69 or 70 or something like that. And then we unwind it into the push over 80. And then we came out the rest at 91. So we could have held it longer, and I know I could have held it longer, but I needed to lock in something at that point just in case we didn't break high of day. And did we had a high of 39. Yeah, we did break high of day to 940. It was a good trading day, but we could have done without those scalp trades, and we needed to be a little bit more aggressive on this move up to just buy and hold. But I didn't trust the volume. That was one. We bought a lot of pullback trades a little too high. And it's the trick with these stocks is that you got to be willing to get back in. You got to be willing to get back in, and even if you're selling into a dip that is now going to be the low, you have to buy back right away. And you got to use your best discretion, hold as long as you can, and trust the volume and the trend lines and the moving averages and everything else. And I had such a bad loss in my very last trade. It was dipping down. It dips down to like, $9. But, well, 907. The ask is at like 925. I didn't realize. Tried to get in at like, 910. Thinking the ask might have been like 13 or something. I buy, I'm in high, it goes lower, I lose 25 cents. So I lost the extra $100 off the top for nothingness. Which is just so frustrating to me. But it happened, and it is what it is. But we're walking away with 156. It's not the best day, but we'll be back tomorrow. And if we dare see something like this tomorrow, I think we can do much better now. Today was very different from last week. Trading is trading, but last week we had a very specific trend where stocks are going up, going sideways, and then going down. And I mean, when I say going up, we just have this move, and once this move happens, Titanic, like. We're going all the way down. So it's good to see this thing held up and even held the third pullback. I thought that was impressive. And so yeah, tomorrow I'll be prepared. I'll be ready to go. Guys, if you did enjoy, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to check out those links down below for Momo Pro, the Discord, as well as the Instagram and Facebook pages. Guys, it's been RT, and I am, of course, signing out.